folks, Engineer 775 here. I know some of you are wondering, where in the world have you been? And I've been locked up in this little shed and nobody let me out for about 2 months. No, just kidding. But I have been in this shed. This is my power shed and I wanted to talk to you about it. You've seen it in other videos, but this is now fully decked out and equipped inside, and I'm going to show you what I've been working on in between installations and other things. Really taking a time to catch up on the farm and refence. Got all new fixed knot fence, electrified as of today, and so I got about 7,500 feet of fence in, and so that is what a relief. I've just been really working on my place in between installs and everything else. But anyway, back to the power shed. A lot of people ask, what should they do? Where should they put their inverters and batteries? And I find a separate building is wonderful. Most houses aren't designed, unless they were designed to have a mechanical room big enough to house the solar equipment, the water, the hot water, the HVAC, and all of that. So I find it just convenient to either build a shed or bring a building in. You can make it match your existing architecture and buildings, and so that shouldn't be a problem. And it allows you to have something you can walk in and everything's maintained and everything's at eye level. And so this is a 12 by 12 concrete pad I had out here with generators on it 20 years ago, and just basically added a little building to it. So I put a bigger door on one side because this is also my lab. This is the Engineer 775 Power Lab. I'm not doing any water out here, it's just electrical. So when I bring large batteries or pallets, I can bring things that are super heavy in here and unload them. So we're still working on it, and we do have lights. So just giving you a quick swing around here. We've got all different types of batteries, stacked inverters, load shedding modules, transfer switches, beta testing inverters, batteries, AC coupling old systems to new systems. We got a clicker up here that's my fence charger I just turned on today for the cows, and we're going to add some HVAC up here on the wall. So it's a fully spray foamed building. And then inside, I just didn't want to have to worry about having to hit a stud or anything, so I just put 3/4 plywood all the way around and just painted it. And I had some leftover paint from a house project, and kind of matches the color in the Sol-Ark blue. But anyway, if you surface mount your components, it makes it easy for you to basically hang everything on the wall and then mount your wiring troughs, and everything gets up surface mounted. It's such an easy thing to do if you just put plywood on the wall. And then I would debate, everybody's like, put a drop ceiling. I know it's not the prettiest, but you also can't see it. So if I turn the light out, it's just painted the ceiling black, and I'm gonna paint over those SER cables and all that stuff. So everything above the blue line will be black and kind of goes away, because I've got a lot of back and forth going on here with power. So what I'm doing is testing on this. Well, this is my testing wall. This is my long running wall. And I can go back and forth and switch between power plants. So there's a lot going on I want to explain to you, but I really want to talk about this power house. So that's it. And then I've got, on the outside, I'm still always trenching, always putting in trenches. This is for the powerhouse. We always put in outdoor gutters, and my solar's coming in here, my DC solar from the array that's closest to the wood line, and then my old system from the outback is here. Now I did hijack this array for my experiments of AC coupling and some DC coupling, and I might add micros. I'm just kind of hijacked these from my outback system, which is still up and running, maintaining a flooded lead acid battery, but everything is now channeled to the power shed. And one day I might crank up the old Onan with the gasifier and charge some lithium on wood. Wouldn't that be cool? lithium and wood charging. Anyway, but that's another thing. I digress. The AC disconnect required. Everything here is to code within line of sight of my meter base. And another outdoor gutter back to back with indoor gutters. This is a generator selector. I could pick my wood gas generator or my PTO generator or whatever I want to hardwire in. So wiring troughs, again, super helpful. And then I just ran a bunch of conduits over to tie in to my next to my meter base. So right now I'm off grid. But I'm also selling power back, so kind of crazy right now. And I'm probably selling about 100K a day on that one inverter. We also added a level 2 car charger out here, so now we can charge the car fast, twice as fast. And so the building allows us to do a lot of things. And then because I put a 200 amp panel in, go ahead and put yourself a 200 amp panel in your power shed, so you can feed everything from here. So I got lots of space. So I'm right now feeding my entire property with a 100 amp breaker, and I'm probably exceeding what it can do, but that's okay. That's what I'm trying right now. I'm trying to practice what I preach and making sure the loads I'm running are soft start, efficient, from of course the LED light bulbs to the inverter compressors and those kinds of things. So, so I will have 6 200 amp panels on the property that I can feed from this powerhouse. And right now I'm feeding 5 from the Sol-Ark 15K, but we'll save that. So a power shed, what else can I say? I mean, it's a little rough. This was an outdoor concrete pad. I am going to probably, when I get everything on the wall, I'm going to pull this stuff out of here and epoxy this and make it look pretty. But it is super functional, fairly clean. I got a ton of wires in there. Don't look at my mess. And that's it. So it allows me to just see that I walk in here, I can see every screen really easy and see what's going on with the system. So it's nice. But I don't have both systems on at the same time because they would fight each other. And so I'm testing batteries and all sorts of things. But consider a power shed as a place to put all your equipment and to take care of your equipment. Put a small mini split or some sort of P-tack or some sort of HVAC unit in to keep everything climate control, make it nice. So this was my idea of a power shed. I have a little lean-to off the side just to protect the generators, but let them breathe, but keep them out of the weather as much as possible, because that's an open skid, and if you buy an open skid, you don't want it sitting outside. And I think that's all I have to say. And just plan your conduit runs. How are you going to run things? And I'm still going to run more. I got to run more Cat 6 over here from my house and deal with it to get internet. I need that. Come on, Elon Musk, give me my Skylink, Skynet, whatever it is. 2 years ago, I think I applied. Still don't have it. Don't rub it in if you have it. I understand, you probably will. If you have any questions, let me know. But I'm going to do a series of power shed videos. I'm going to talk about stacking 12K Sol-Arks. I'm going to talk about load shaving and load shedding modules and the trend of load shedding in a single inverter to run your whole house. If your house is huge and you need to stack, that's not a problem. And then some of the new batteries and battery strategies that are out there. So I wanted to introduce this series as what's going on in the power shed, or otherwise known as the Engineer 775 Power Lab. So I really want to have a water lab and a power lab. My water lab is obviously power lab's here. My water lab is in the corner of that building, and so I'll be working on that. So anyway, my phone says it's getting really hot, so I'm going to turn this off and I will see you again. Sorry for not being on. This is a power shed series and just talking about the shed, and you can build it however you want or pull one in, and just I highly encourage you to do a power shed and subfeed your home, your garage, your businesses, outbuildings, farm structures, whatever you want to do from one centralized location.